How's it going, folks? How's it going, man? Listen, it's been a long time before we actually did one of these. But you know what, man? Shoot, I'm not even gonna. You know what? Let me get into the fucking intro, man. I'm sitting up here, I'm jumping ahead of schedule. Listen, how's it going, folks? How's it going? You already know the vibes, and y'all definitely know the waves. It is Zachariah White, a.k.a. Big Daddy Drip, back at it like it's nothing with this drip in the sauce, cause I am the boss. I am back. We are here. We have another. I was about to say another YouTube video. I mean, we do technically, but yo, we have another episode of the Royal Motherfucking High Table, man. We are back. We are back. All right. Now, granted, what I will say is this. Right, y'all don't expect too many of these, during this semester. Well, like, I guess throughout the remainder of the semester. All right, just because, man, shit, there is a whole lot of shit. I still need to like get on camera and do vlogs, basically talking about what the fuck is going on, bro. Cause this semester it's really been. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's had it's. I'm not gonna say it's downs. I don't really think of any. Like, there are definitely struggles. There are definitely complications. I'm not gonna go as far as to say downs, but there's definitely been, it's I guess benefits, its highs, as well as, again, its challenges that were there. But man, it is so good that, just that the spring break is here. The spring break is fucking here, folks. All right, and you know what? I'm able to squeeze in, an episode again of the Royal High Table, excuse me, for you guys. All right. Damn, just I mean, before I even get into all of what we have, I guess for this particular episode, let me give you guys, like, I don't know, like, just listen, y'all. For my people who are viewing this on YouTube, all right, of course, this I'm posting this on Spotify. I'm also gonna post this to as many different streaming outlets as I can possible. But for anybody that's able to see this video, like, I guess the actual video, y'all, I am currently in a hotel. I'm currently in a hotel. Because listen, man, FSU, they done kicked the nigga out. they kicked me. They kicked all of like the dorm residents out for the spring break. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little unaware of that part. But I was, God bless me. God blessed me with the ability. Well, he blessed me with enough money to get me, a hotel room, just before I actually head out and go down to my city. Big shout outs to motherfucking Fort Myers, and big shout outs to Tallahassee too. Just for all the wonderful time, or just for any and everything, that has been experienced. Over, I guess, the time span of ever since I got up here. But hold on, let me put on another song, because I don't know, my other laptop, my little DJ laptop, it's I don't know, it's on some shit. All right, but I'm gonna put on the song, right? But yeah, so basically right now I'm in a hotel. I don't quite have all my stuff or whatever, so I can't necessarily put on a crown this time, y'all. But nonetheless, man, shit, I mean, we still got the goods. We still got the goods nonetheless. We got you and we got me, So you know what? I guess that's all we really need in the end. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to tell you guys? Alright, just as a little, I guess, heads up, like, for my people that view and watch my shit on YouTube, y'all, in the process of me basically getting ready and moving shit out and about, getting shit, over here to basically the hotel spot, I accidentally fucked up my mini TV, so y'all, that's on me. I've been I gotta do better when it comes to taking care of my TVs. To be honest with you, I think, like, regardless of whichever TVs that I buy, I'm not, like, wherever it is that I buy it and I set it down at, that's exactly where it's going to stay. It's going to be what I call an anchor, because I done fucked up my big TV, I done fucked up my smaller TV, So yeah, clearly going on the move with these shits is not the fucking move. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, it's just looking like the only things, content wise, that I'll be able to produce for a while is like anything relating to the cameras, anything relating to the laptop specifically. But nonetheless, man, again, we can still make this shit go. We can, bro. Listen, even like whenever there's been a bevy of times throughout basically this time that we've been on. I'm not even gonna say the YouTube journey. I'm just gonna say just the kingdom, the empire journey, because there's been so much, like, again, there's the vlogs, there's the podcasts, there's the YouTube videos, there's so much shit, there's the music, there's so much shit. And whenever, for whatever reason, one avenue has been taken down for whatever reason, we've still been able to keep it going, in some one, either keep it going with that same avenue somehow, some way, even despite whatever circumstances happen to arise, or we just happen to make something shake in a whole different lane. So hey, we just got to thank God for that. But you know what? I'm doing a whole lot of talking. All right. As for this particular episode, I believe this is actually episode number 32. Now, I'm not gonna put the numbers down for my people looking and searching on what's it called? Basically the podcasting sources. I'm going to try to come up with a witty name, just as usual. But like on YouTube, y'all, this is the 32nd fucking episode, man. We really been putting in that pain, putting in that stain when it comes to this game, man. All right, but anyway, as far as the structure, of course, it's typical. We got our warm questions. We got our warm shit, and then we have in between we have the special announcements. And really, I'll say this, y'all. If y'all have any special announcements that y'all want me to announce, y'all want anything that y'all need me or want me to promote, I know that, hell, not a whole lot of people are watching me at this point, but nonetheless, fuck it. I'ma still keep doing me, and I'ma still keep doing my best to help people out. Whichever and however that I'm able to do that. But yeah, if y'all have any special announcements, y'all send it over to me and I will promote it. I'll put it out. But yeah, so we have some special announcements coming up. And then we have the hot topics. We have the hot questions. We have the hot shit. And I wanted to do there's so much to touch on. But I just decided to do it on two. This is me just sort of kind of getting my feet back into the water a little bit. I'm getting back in. Now I don't quite know if I'll necessarily be able to really do a whole, like, I plan on doing another another podcast episode tomorrow, Sunday, or I'm not gonna lie, it's 11:14 right now, so it's about to be fucking early Sunday. So I guess late Sunday, early Monday, I'll also do a podcast episode then. But yeah, no, as far as over the break, I mean, shit, I might take my time and enjoy it, but fuck it. You know what? I'm over here, I'm doing too much talking. We have some good shit to get into, as always, alright? And of course, I thank y'all for being here with me. Whether you're tuning in to the video, whether you're tuning in to the audio, thank y'all so much. Also, by the way, just as a little heads up or whatever for, basically, this camera right here, hey, what's up, YouTube? This is, how do I want to put this? I think this is gonna be the laptop that catches any and everything. It's gonna catch everything. All right, from the time that I cut it on to the time that I cut that bitch off. This is what I'm gonna designate as like my segments. This gonna be the segments laptop. You got segment 1 or part 1, and you got part 2. That's how I'm gonna do it. But you know what? I'm not even gonna say let me go ahead and put on some more music, because we actually about to get into it. But just before we do get into it, all right. Of course, we ain't forgot about our shit. Hey, listen, man. Wow. I probably did forget how the fuck my spiel typically goes, but I do know enough. I remember enough as to where it's this, man. Just overall, this also coming from the heart, man. Y'all, everybody is a king, queen, god or goddess, emperor, empress, boss, whatever it is that everybody's got a higher form of themselves. Everybody's got a bona fide version of themselves. All right. Now, whether they know what it is that they specialize in, whatever it is, whatever their terrain is, I don't know. Hell, life's all about finding out what the fuck that thing is and then making it pop. All right. But nonetheless, though, over here, we treat everybody with the respect, the consideration, respect, regard, everything, we love and support is the only thing we got over here. All right. But whenever y'all do pull up and y'all come up and y'all eat, we drink, we do whatever, man. We chop it up, whatever the fuck it is. Y'all make sure that y'all bring y'all crowns, man. Y'all bring y'all crowns and y'all wear it loud and proud, all right? For you wear it loud and proud for whatever it is that you represent. And you wear it loud and proud for this entire motherfucking world to know and bear witness to. All right? All right. With that being said, I would say let me lead the way. I don't even got my fucking crowns. I'm not in my spot. I'm not in my spot, so I can't do that shit right now. I can't do it. I can't do it right now. But nonetheless, man, y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist. At least, you know what? We all gonna put our spiritual, mental, and emotional crowns. That's also what I'm gonna start normalizing as well. So we ain't got the physical ones, but you know what? We got all those. We got the other kind. So you know what? We'll put that on. All right. But anyway, let me go ahead. I already have the basically my whatever, my little information thingy. I already have that. I already got that up. But let me go ahead and scroll on to something. All right. Okay. Because I didn't even, I told you guys what it is that I had. But, even more specifically, for the warm questions, I have 4 of those. All right. And for the hot topic questions or, really, research sort of kind of thingies, I've got 2. But the very first one, you know what? Okay, I'll start it off with this one just because this particular question I had the least amount of information for, or at least I put the least down. I don't know how long I'll end up talking. But for this, first off, let me tell you guys the question. The question is, where do you find peace? All right, again, let me reiterate, let me repeat. Where do you guys find peace? And big shout outs to Bucket List Journey. All right, because but I'm not gonna lie, Bucket List Journey has been one of those sources, that I've used to basically get a lot of my questions. Excuse me. A lot of my questions, a lot of my ideas that I get for the warm topic stuff comes from Bucket List Journey. So big shout outs to Bucket List Journey, and big shout outs to any other sources that I happen to have used, just overall within, regarding the Royal High Table. Man, my apologies if I'm not enunciating, but let me actually get into the question. Actually, even before I get into the question, again, you guys, I'm going to try to do my best to make sure that again for Spotify or I think. Because I posted on Spotify, not even Spotify. I don't know. Anchor. That's what it is on Anchor. And whichever. I'm basically going to try to make sure that I pose it as a question as well. But hey, if there's a comment section, you guys also feel free to let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the question, or even if there's anything that I say. And also, even if there isn't a comment section, y'all feel free to hit me up in my DMs as well. But again, the question I'm going to reiterate is, where do you find peace? All right? And again, it's coming from Bucket List Journey. There was a couple things that I ended up putting down. All right? And one of the points that I ended up putting down is something that I could actually tie in an experience, from early on today. that I can use it and tie it in here. But as far as what I put, where do you find peace? There is three. Oh, excuse me. Um, there is. I put 3 bullet points down, right? And I guess nonetheless, really, they're all somewhat sort of kind of connected. But the first point that I put down was being by myself. Hell, even now, granted, I'm here with y'all, all right, and I guess with me being here with y'all, it's like the cases where it's like, I mean, it's still like I'm here by myself. I'm recording it by myself. This isn't quite exactly live. We haven't gotten to live episodes yet, but nonetheless, I mean, I'm here by myself. I'm just in my space. Just the only energy I have is myself. And I of course, not saying that one cannot find peace, or not even saying that I can't find peace. Being around others, but being by myself, that is definitely. I'll say it's one of those things. It's one of those ways in which it helps me. I'll say find peace, just because I'm really able to. Okay. How do I want to frame this? Many the way how I guess like I'll explain it. Of course, I'm always interacting, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this as well. We're always interacting with someone or something, and whether that be ourselves, whether that be other people. Like I said, it's always nice being able to really interact with yourself, and what I mean by interact with myself, it not even sometimes it could be just talking out loud, just me talking to myself. But sometimes it's really just me in my head, me just thinking a whole bunch of shit. um and like I think just me being by myself, there's not there's a better word than distractions, but they there isn't much, there isn't much to be distracted from. There isn't another person's energy, or at least like physically, like right in front of you, like right there within your area of vicinity. It's just you, so you're really able to focus on focus on, I guess your mental being, your physical being, your psychological being, your emotional being, your whichever other Lee beings that there is. You're really able to allocate time and really key in and focus on that. So I always love and enjoy some alone time. And funny enough, that the second point is also somewhat connected to this, and I put, just interacting within the internal sphere, and like the more and more that like I have episodes of the Royal High Table, the more and more that is I feel like I reveal and create and develop piece by piece, more like just more things to these kingdoms and to these empires that I'm always talking about and I'm always mentioning, within every single fucking video, especially any video that I happen to be talking. But this internal sphere that okay, of course, like I said, it is connected to like me, obviously myself. But this internal sphere that like I speak of is like I'll say, like, even though I don't own this hotel, I don't own this particular room, like this is what I would consider like I guess. Oh, I think here's a good way. It just came to me of like I guess how I want to explain the internal sphere. I remember like watching Thor Ragnarok, right? And Thor is having this conversation with Odinson, and and Thor at the point in time that he's having this particular discussion that I'm talking about, Like basically he's in one hell of a fight with Hella. I don't know whatever whatever the name of the woman, the one lady in black, basically his sister. He's he's in a tough battle, and now he's really seeking help from Odinson. And Odinson, somewhere along the lines within the discussion, he says, um, he's like Asgard's not a place, and he's like, for all we care, or for all we know, this could be Asgard. And Asgard, he said essentially, Asgard is not a specific place, but it's where our people stand. So really, I think, with when it comes to, like, within the internal sphere, like over this past semester, what I would designate as the internal sphere, would be my dorm room. A big shout outs to DeGraff. Big shout outs to DeGraff. Oh, DeGraff East, because that's where I first started off at, but especially DeGraff West, because that's where I'm currently at. But yeah, like I initially, like, designated, like, the Graph West, or my specific dorm room, as being, the site for the internal sphere. But I think even deeper than that, it's the spirit, and I'm creating, I'm developing, I'm shaping, and I'm molding that particular spirit. It's something. It can be things physical, because my initial answer and my initial response for, like, what like hell, I was asking myself, like, what the fuck do you even mean within the internal sphere? Nobody knows what the fuck you talking about. What are you talking about? And I was about to refer to, and I'll talk to, like, physical things, but it's more so, like I said, it's some of those deeper things, the things that are, I guess, the intangibles. Like I said, the spirit, the spirit, is one of those things. And hell, I still gotta find out what the hell that spirit is. Well, I guess some aspect or whatever embodied within that spirit is, one, making sure that, and this will go back to my mantra, satisfago el interno y satisfago el externo, being able to really take care of myself, really, I guess, satisfy myself, but also doing the same for others. That is that spirit. That is that spirit. But as far as within the internal sphere, basically, funny enough, like, whenever people speak about, like, oh yeah, people get real comfortable behind screens and all that other sort of jazz, blah 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 blah, blase. Well, one, I try to make sure that, I actually get out and interact within the real world, so that I'm not just hidden behind some screen. But even though, there, of course, there's times where I am behind a screen, I try to make sure, well, one, I don't necessarily interact in the context in which they're talking about. But yeah, I guess being behind the screen is somewhat incorporated within the internal spheres. The internal sphere, because I do have a whole. Listen, as of now, I got a number of laptops, computers, or whatever. But that as far as, like, a physical site, again, like I said, the dorm, and, like, I guess more characteristics or more details, again, all the devices, the gadgets, just, I guess that I would constitute that, like, that would be somewhere that I would find peace. Let me try and tie it back into the question, just because I feel like with whatever the fuck that I'm doing, I feel like it's genuinely good. It's genuinely good, and I definitely feel that way, because I've got nothing but, like I said, I've got nothing but good intentions coming in. I've got nothing but, a good mind coming in, a good heart coming in, and for that matter, like I said, I've already mentioned the word spirit like so many fucking times, and and I don't even want to keep, or I don't even intend to be like, oh, spiritually, but yeah, just having a good natured spirit even coming into it, you know. And I guess what the hell is, like, what is it that I'm going into, you know? I guess like every single YouTube video, every single gameplay made, every single podcast episode, every single song that's crafted, every single vlog that's made, every single blog that's made, every single like all of that shit. You know, I think like that's where I find peace. And I think one thing, even as I'm going and I'm making such an emphasis on like good, you know, especially again, especially like good as it pertains to the intangibles, the shit that you can't see, the shit that, you know, people feel, not just me, y'all. We gotta make a conscious effort to like for sure to ensure that those intangibles are not tainted, right? Because once they do become tainted, and you know all the negative shit, you know, you throw greed, you throw hate, you throw jealousy, you throw all whatever the fuck. It's a nasty fucking virus, and you know what? Whatever it is I'll tie it back into my example. Whatever it is that I do constitute for the internal spirit. If there's something laced with, you know, any of those negative traits or whatever, this shit ain't gonna be peaceful. It ain't gonna feel the way that it feel. It's gonna feel like fucking hell. And you know, I'm probably gonna want to get rid of all. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know about that, but you know, it could lead to some other nasty shit. So that's I guess that's me going off on a side tangent. But yeah, you know, being by myself, you know, I guess being within my creations, the kingdoms, the empires, the internal sphere, and I guess the third point is what I would constitute as the external sphere. Well, just so you guys know, I guess let me go ahead and like throw down this distinction. Anything that I labeled as the internal sphere is like things that, like, I guess, like I think the main thing, like I deem it as like all me, or like yo, like that's for sure mine. Like, let's say for example, if I went and like bought a house, right, and you know, it's my house, I'm tending to it, all that other sort of jazz, like that is what I would constitute as the internal sphere, because that's my shit, you know, that's you know, it's not, can't nobody else come up in that bitch and do whatever the fuck unless I want it. You know, less I'm like, okay, we good. You know, we good to go in and handle that shit. You know, but the external sphere, I don't necessarily have that control. I ain't got that say so over that. But and I guess this third point is something relating to the external sphere. But nonetheless, though, I'll say I found a good bit of peace here just earlier today, even despite the fact that, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I got a little blindsided by the fact that, yo, I had to get the fuck out of the dorm. But this last spot would be something that I would also say that I find peace at, and it would be the FSU amphitheater. Right now, for my students here in Tallahassee, my students here at FSU, y'all, if y'all listen, y'all leave a motherfucking like if y'all fuck with the goddamn amphitheater. I know I fuck with the amphitheater. I took some pictures too on my camera, by the way. But yeah, yo, the amphitheater. Like, one, I always thought it was cool. And I practiced at the amphitheater. Well, okay. Now, granted, I'm still going to go and say what I'm going to say, but I'm also trying to make sure that I like answer and address the question. I know I'm being super long-winded with it, guys. But again, the original question was, where do you find peace? All right. And as far as like an actual like physical spot or another actual physical spot, I would say the FSU amphitheater. The amphitheater is one of those places that has a lot of meaning. For a whole lot of people don't know this, but like the amphitheater is one of those. It's very important. Like I'm Zachariah. I'm y'all. Like of course I'm Zachariah White. And of course I'm coming up with all these different creations and developments and all that other sort of shit. And that though that's coming in many different forms. But one of those creations is Big Daddy Drip, and one of the like basically the amphitheater will always be a near and dear place of significance because of its connection to Big Daddy Drip. The amphitheater, it is basically one of the practice fields for Big Daddy Drip. And for people who don't quite know why I keep speaking to Big Daddy Drip, I mean, of course that's me, but why I'm drawing distinctions, like basically, and of course I'm going to talk a good bit about Big Daddy Drip and talk about the amphitheater because pageant. The last time that I did pageant, granted we practiced at many different spots. We practiced at there were a number of different spots where we practiced even more so than the amphitheater. But the amphitheater was the closest thing that we had to an actual stage. In comparison to anywhere that we practiced. And not only that, just the big stage in itself, getting in front of all, like I'll say getting in front of however many people and putting on one hell of a performance, that in itself is special. Especially if me, I pride myself on being well prepared, especially in a performance aspect. So like. I didn't put this down, but I throw the Moore Auditorium because that's where the first time that I like competed in a pageant at. But again, the amphitheater, again, it'll always be near and dear just because it like so many more. I really take pride, and I really when looking back on shit. Of course, I look at the big time moment. But there's also all the practices, there's all the steps, all the break. Okay, the building the armor like this, and oh shit, it's like and seeing like the armor is weak in this area. Fuck, let me break it down, rebuild it back up. It just again, like I said, just the whole journey of getting to the whole destination. And the amphitheater is, I'll say this, Moore Auditorium is the destination. And it's one of those destinations actually for for one of the pageants that I'm competing in. But the amphitheater is what I guess is a symbol of the journey. That's what it really is. It's the symbol of the journey. Again, definitely trying to get better, but just progressing along until we finally get to the point, that we intended to get to. But nonetheless, and I actually found peace there earlier today. Funny enough, like in I don't know, it might have been weird to the couple of people that walked by, but I like. I had my suitcase, I had, my bags or whatever with me. I drug it all the way from DeGraff to the amphitheater. I was just by myself, sitting there chilling. Hey, the wind was blowing like a motherfucker. The wind was blowing like a motherfucker. I just sat my shit, right on stage. I sat there, chilled for a little bit. I played some music. I got in a bit of a zone. Was trying to like mentally visualize the pageant before it happened. Try to mentally visualize. Like I guess me performing, because I want to blow that shit the fuck up. Well, I'm not gonna say blow it up, because Big Daddy Drip. Listen, bro. I wanna flood that shit. They ain't gonna get nothing but juice, drip, sauce, and waves. It's gonna be storms. It's gonna be hurricanes. It's gonna be fucking tsunamis. I'm coming with fucking everything. That's the type of time that I'm trying to be on, and And earlier today, especially because a lot of people already left. A lot of people already left the city. And the people that didn't leave, they wasn't they wasn't on that side of the campus. So I was able to, again, I'm listening to music. I'm trying to do a little bit of meditation, trying to see shit before it happens. And then, I was fortunate enough to get in, several hours of practice, just by myself, just okay, okay, let me practice my talents. Okay, let me run through my intro in my head. Let me run through, some of the dances. How am I gonna dance into these particular sections? Now granted, I didn't practice every single thing I should have, and I will, I will at some point. Not at the amphitheater, because I'm gonna have to go back to my city, but nonetheless, the amphitheater resembles, it symbolizes the journey. And I had one of those meaningful experiences today, just before I checked in for the hotel and all that other sort of shit. So yeah. So again, just to clarify, the question is, where do you find peace? Ooh, excuse me. And again, hey, you guys feel free to answer the question as well. Like, where do you guys find peace? This doesn't have to be a one-way conversation or whatever. So y'all feel free to let respond to anything that I said. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. Like, feel free to leave a comment on that. Or hey, if you have any, like, if you have an answer of your own, go ahead. Feel free to hit me up. Let me know. Let me know what's what. But yeah, again, the question, where do you find peace? And my answer, being by myself, just operating and doing my thing within the internal sphere. And then even, of course, also I feel comfortable, not in everywhere within the external sphere, but the amphitheater, again, at FSU, yeah, it's one of those spots. It's one of those places for me. Now, y'all, I've been talking for a good bit. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move on to the next question. All right. Ooh. Oh, ain't you? Whoa. Yo. Before I get to the next question, I'm gonna say this. I don't know where the fuck the wind came from, because we had one. I know it was raining the past couple of days, and the sun was also out too at times. But like I said, I don't know where the fuck this wind came from, bro. This shit's it's fucking crazy, bro. But nonetheless, let me see. Let me find something. Let me find something else. Okay. There's a couple questions that I could go to, but I want to go to the last one that I have, and I may jump around to the earlier ones. Now, this one I feel like, as far as my specific examples that I'm going to reference to, I feel like I've definitely mentioned these figures before, but nonetheless, as far as the particular question, I'm not quite sure if I answered it before. But even so, even if I shit, that's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. But again, y'all, hey, I mean, feel free to also join in, help me, like, add in some new shit, even if I did already answer the question, add in something, add in a take of your own. Let's try and add a little bit of spice, add a little bit of sazon to the mix. But this particular question, it also again comes from Bucket List Journey, and the question is, why do we idolize sports players, right? And to me, this was a pretty easy question. I don't know how you guys feel about this question, but to be honest, you know what? Just as I ask the question, I almost sort of want to expand it. Like, I know it says, like, why do we idolize sports players? We could expand that to, why do we idolize movie stars? Why do we idolize musicians? Why do we idolize celebrities? Why do we idolize politicians? Or, just why do we idolize, people of status, people of people with wealth, or, just that's something that could be, broadened. But, I'll go ahead, and my answer to this particular question is definitely something that could be applicable and applied to, basically, applied to any of those other, slightly modified questions that I just posed. And basically for my notes, what I have is, sports, just as many different things, whether it be music, whether it be movies, whether it be TV shows, they are a great representation, a great and special representation of life. That's what they are. A great and special representation of life. And these sports players, they have special abilities, special qualities and traits, which make them fascinating. Again, which also make them great and make them special. And those are things that we seek out to have for ourselves and display within our own lives. And of course there's a translation. There's somewhat of a translation from, I guess, the excellence that we see in sports to the excellence, that we know and can see in life. So of course, sports players. My first answer is, well, yeah, I'll say like my first instinct is really to jump to basketball, just because I feel like, honestly, like one. How do I want to frame this? Any sport, well, damn, because basketball is a team game, but it really does have some individualistic. It's got an individualistic touch on it, taste on it, and it's different from. I'm very familiar with football, and it's very different from football because if you're a quarterback, like, okay, like, yo, you hey, listen, you control. Hey, down set hut. You control if the place, if the when the play starts. But even then, even in me saying that, like, I also played center, so I know this. The quarterback can say down set hut all he wants to. It's up to the center to snap the damn ball. Just like the quarterback can say down set hut and have every intention of throwing the touchdown, but it relies on a wide receiver. Okay, but anyway, okay, right. Basically, whenever it comes to sports, especially the ones where they're, like, I'll say, like, individual sports, like, like boxing or whatever, those are definitely points of interest, especially when considering this particular question. But basketball is basketball is something because, they're for, like, for many basketball fans, just about everybody can recall a time of somebody great just taking over the fucking game. Like, just taking them, just they just get the ball and they just score like fucking crazy, or they just get on defense and just wreak absolute havoc. So even though it's a team game, one person can dig off and fuck up I'm not gonna say, somebody can actually, like, fuck up and make things worse, and somebody can actually fuck up in, like, I'm talking about in a good way, like yo, this person was really wilding the fuck out. But, like, I'll get to, like, my specific examples, right? And again, I'll reiterate, the question is, like, why do we idolize sports? So these four players are, these are like the top four idolized basketball players, to date. So I put LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, right? LeBron James, and I've already, like, listen, there's been plenty of times where I've talked about these specific players, but LeBron James, for what I put offensive and defensive versatility. Reason why I say that is because, listen, like, and I think even still to this day, LeBron can do what I'm about to say. All right, LeBron has proven that he could go out and score. Right now, he's leading the fucking league in scoring. Wait, hold on. I don't know if it's like if he I don't know about total points, but he definitely has the highest, like, what's it called? Points per game. Well, I don't know. maybe that goes hand in hand. So yeah, he I think he does have the most amount of like points scored at the moment throughout the season. So he can score, you know. He is the best passer in the game right now. So he's got that, and he's been the best passer in the game for a very long time. So he's got that. He can rebound well, you know, and by well I mean like LeBron, like it's like if LeBron, like, although Russell Westbrook, you know, I don't know, people may call him Mister Triple Double or whatever, but yeah, no, LeBron also is a triple double sort of kind of guy. You know, LeBron's the type to go out and get like, you know, 20, 27, 28 points, you know, get about 7, 8, or shoot 10 assists and get 7, 8 or fucking 10 rebounds as well. That's LeBron. And then not only that, he can go on defense, he can get steals, he can get blocks, he can guard everybody from, you know, the point guard to the shooting guard to to his position, the small forward, to the power forward, to the center. Not only that, LeBron can play point guard, he can play shooting guard. He obviously he's a small forward, well he's a point forward because he runs the fucking offense. Can play power forward and at times has played center as well. So he can do a whole bunch as it pertains when you can. But I guess why that is idolized is because versatility in life exists. You know, being able to, like, there is like what LeBron like, you know, is doing, able to do any and everything, you know, within the game of basketball. Like, you want to know what that we call that in life? The jack of all trades. Somebody that is like fucking great at everything, or at the very least very very good at a lot of different things, has a lot of trades, a lot of areas that they excel in, you know. So that's one example, you know. I said Michael Jordan because he's ruthlessly competitive. You know, not only that, I'm not gonna lie, his career might be the best, and what I mean by, you know, might be the best in the sense that, you know, he didn't win the most amount of points. I mean, oh, my fault, not points. He didn't win the most amount of rings. You know, even though he's 6-0 in the finals, he didn't win the most amount of rings. He didn't score the most amount of points. He doesn't have the most amount of buzzer beaters. He has some pretty notable moments, but he doesn't have the most amount of buzzer beaters. But nonetheless, again, he has some of the notable moments in NBA history. And not only that, he's very, very revered. He's super revered. Just as all the players on this list are, you know, but he's very, very revered, but that ruthlessly competitive, because homeboy, he was not taking no shit from nobody, and he was willing to do whatever it took to win, you know. That's another thing that's desired in life. That's another thing that people are trying to aspire to in life. You know, being whatever whatever problems that may come up. You know, of course they're gonna come up, but nonetheless, you know, that have that I'm a badass motherfucker and I'm gonna get through it type of attitude. That's something. That means something. That fucking means something. You know, and the next person that I have, Kobe Bryant, it's not like he's not ruthlessly competitive. He's just as competitive and ruthless as Jordan, you know, if not more. But the thing that I put is unparalleled work ethic. Unparalleled work ethic. Kobe got that shit on lock, you know. And of course, you know, you want to translate that work ethic to real life. Like, you don't even necessarily. It's not too hard to draw that distinction or to make that connection. You know, you just go from, you know, I guess, putting in all the hours, you know, doing all sorts of kinds of of workouts to whatever, you know. I guess for you know, me being a student, that would that would like translate to, me putting in all the hours for pageant, or me putting in all the hours, for school, me putting in all the hours for my job. So that's another area of interest. And the last area, this one is probably the one, I'm not gonna lie, this one I can probably speak to, more than the other three. And it's Steph Curry, 3-point revolutionary. And one revolutionary, just overall changing the fucking game, changing the culture. Adding a little bit of spice, adding a little bit of flavor, really making something, one's own. That's something that means something too. And like, I guess, like, converting it over, like, I okay, I'll use like a specific example. I'm not saying that I'm Steph Curry, but like one, like, the I guess doing something super super well, and really pushing boundaries, and I don't know, that's just an extended period of excellence of what Curry's doing. He just the other night, he just reached like 20,000 career points. That dude is fucking amazing. But like, I don't quite know if you guys remember, but definitely I mentioned it within my vlogs. Definitely mentioned it within some of the previous episodes, of the podcast. But like, something that I could, like, I guess one way that like I could speak to this would be like, one, this may not necessarily be, this ain't necessarily the most glamorous job, but I worked at Taco Bell over the summer. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna lie, I added a whole lot of spice, a whole lot of flavor to what I was doing. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie, and as I was going about and doing, and doing whatever it is that I needed to do, I had each and every single one of these, these players and other people, in mind. It's like, okay, like, I'm trying to, like, there's this aspect about them. I'm going to take that and try and apply that to the way that I do things. But Steph Curry is something, like, one way that I could, like, again, speak to that would be like, although I did like many different things, working at Taco Bell, like whether it be fucking out cleaning bathrooms or cleaning the freaking the parking lots, or whether it be cleaning the dining room, whether it be just running back and forth, like preparing the food or actually getting on the line and making food. I think where I stood out the most was human/people interaction. At the front counter, I was fucking amazing. Like, but especially on the drive-through, like on the mic, nobody's touching me. Nobody's touching me, man. Like, I was special. They like Taco Bell. They have this thing where, like, whenever somebody, like, there's like a whole script as to like how you go and you greet the said person, and how you're supposed to take their order, yada yada, blase blase. Now, not saying that I abandoned the script or whatever. I just, like, I did my own thing. Like, they have their own like, I guess they have a list of a whole bunch of like adjectives related to their food products or whatever. And like, I guess the whole, like, I could speak to that being a 3-point revolutionary sort of kind of thing, because there is the 3-point line, and to again draw the connection between Steph Curry, the NBA, and my experience at Taco Bell. That 3-point line would be that, like, okay, they already have a script, and they have, like, again, all these adjectives, with pertaining towards Taco Bell. But I'm saying, just as Steph Curry said, fuck it, I'm gonna pull up from half court. I'm going to pull up from half court. I'm going to pull up from beyond half court. I'm going to pull up from just about half court. I'm going to pull up from about 40, 35, 30, like, I said, fuck it. I don't even have to look at the damn script. I'm going to come up with my own adjectives. I'm just like, I'll like, okay, I'll say, hey, how's it going, or whatever. And within the time span that, and when I say how's it going, of course I'm adding enthusiasm to it. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? How may I help you? And they respond or whatever, like, oh, hey, how's it going? And within that time, I just look at it. I'll look at a product and come up with and come up with an adjective right off the rip. Like I like there was like one time, like, of course, Taco Bell, they got Cinnabons. So shit, I'm on the mic. I'm like, hey, how's it going or whatever, and the person who was ordering, they was really fucking with me. They was like, hey, how's it going? And then I just looked at the Cinnabons. I was like, hey, listen, right now I'm Cinnabon a Twist Delicious, like shit, and that made that person's day. So I'm saying, like, shit like that. So I think that is why. Well, okay, my fault. I'm sorry. I lost my momentum. I lost my momentum there. But no. Nonetheless, that is, like, I guess, like a way that I could speak to, I guess, the excellence that Steph Curry has put on, I guess the revolutionary, the revolutionary aspect of his career. I guess I got a little bit of something. I'm not saying that, we're direct comparisons or whatever. So y'all please, but nonetheless though, like, I guess I brought up that example to show that it does exist in other different fields, and not only that, one, it exists in other different fields at various different levels. Like Steph Curry, that shit's amazing because that's it. You shoot one. The way that he's doing it is fucking amazing, and at the level that he's doing it at versus the competition that he's doing it at the consistency that the rate that he's doing it consistent, that's fucking amazing. But that same thing exists in other fields. Taco Bell, i.e. fast food shit, Taco Bell. It could be existing food, fashion, whole bunch of shit. And not only that, it ain't even gotta be no poppin' restaurant, they attract a whole bunch of different people. I mean, it could be, or it could be at some local low time shit that's just right down the street. So yeah, I think, again, it's special in itself. It's very applicable, and it's something that, I guess people can aspire to and people can really attain. It's not something it's not so far of a stretch. It's not, something that's so far away for us to attain. But, y'all, I did a good bit of talking on these warm topic questions, but pretty soon, now, granted, I'm going to answer my phone because I know that my girlfriend texted me. Like, she texted me before I even, like, cut these cameras on. All right? This is what I'm going to do. Damn, I did not even fucking know. Like, bro, I should have really cut this shit short. This is what I'm going to do, y'all. This camera, this laptop is going to catch everything. All right? But this one, hey, I'm going to cut this off. All right? I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut it short. Well, not cut it short. This gonna be part one, and then we're gonna make part two. I'm hoping that whenever I upload the actual audio is, like, we gonna be good. I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna have any issues. I'm hoping so. But yeah, that's basically why I cut. That's basically why I cut the content sometimes. But you know what, man? This is the break just before I get into the announcements. All right. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm also going to put on some music. Let me go ahead and do that for y'all as well. So what song do I want to put on? Hold up. Yo. It's been a while since I heard this one.
Hey, yo, Jay Myers, check it out. The voice is taken care of. Go.
Yeah. Okay, fuck this up, DJ Khaled. Alright, y'all. This is the break, man. Alright, thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. But you know what? We still got the announcements, and we still got the hot shit to get into. Alright, this is the break, and I'll catch y'all in a little bit. I did it. Bitch, let me be it. I'm from the south, never had a hand down before I let my people starve. I take
take it out your mouth. This bitch is so quick to switch up. I'm from the Lone Star, I don't need to click up. It ain't directed, so it ain't respected. Stop dropping clues, cause I ain't no detective, bitch. I'm trying to win, don't care how I do it, just know that I did it. Why you so worried about what I be doing? Counting my money ain't making you rich. Talking down on me don't make you the shit. How my name in your mouth more than your spit. I really encourage my haters to talk. Throwing this shit only keeping me lit.
Hey.
I step in my city, chopsticks sound like a guitar in the air. Stop and take a picture when I'm jumping off a leer. I didn't run it up, it only took a couple years. The money be calling if it wasn't for my little partner. The bullshit they be talking about, I wouldn't even hear. New sports car, go full shit scared. Hey, how you got them come here? Thought of going digging, then again, I'm like, for what I got 10 carats each in my living right here. 21 touchdowns, I don't even got to steer my climax, ain't even nowhere near it.
I stayed down and I stayed down and I came up. I had faith in my spirit. All right. We are back. By the way, big shout outs for anybody viewing, like, basically, this is gonna be designated as like the XL, I don't know, something like that, the full edition, the XL edition. For anybody that's watching this entire thing, thank y'all so much. I appreciate all the love and support. I tried to keep the break a little short, so you know, you ain't have to wait too long or whatever, but you know what, we back in the mix, and of course my people over here, yo, we got part 2, you know what, my bad, y'all, okay, I got caught up, I heard the baby, he was snapping, every time I take a photo, okay, but anyway, this right here, this is part 2, alright, this is going to have the special announcements, and it's going to have the hot topics. Alright, now hold on, also, matter of fact, you know what, because now I'm going to get into the special announcements, but, alright, seeing that as I know what the first special announcements is going to be, let me go ahead and put on a song that's going to be, you know, I guess sort of kind of related to the organization. Where is it at? Hold on, let me type it up, Damn, which one do I want to go for? Which one do I want to go for? Okay, I'm gonna go for that one. My fault, y'all. My fault on being so indecisive. I got something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So we are. Let me go ahead and cut the volume down just a little bit because I want to, like, I know sometimes, like, whenever I do, like, go back and watch some of the, like, former episodes of the Royal High Table and some of the videos, or even the vlogs, like, I got the music up a little loud. My bad, y'all. I fucked up. But, ooh, excuse me. Shit, that one was a big one. A big burpees. Alright. Hola. Okay, let me stop. But let me go ahead, right? I played the music. Now, this is related to this particular organization. They are no stranger to my channel. I have already mentioned shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I might, like, I got some videos. With this org. I got some videos with many orgs. But I've been getting in real good with this particular org this semester. Even though me and this org, you know, we've been like this ever since I stepped foot on campus. But special announcement for the Caribbean Students Association. Alright. Y'all, I'm a trip. But yo, big shout outs to the Caribbean Students Association. Alright. Whenever we come back from spring break, alright, that next week it is CSA motherfucking spring week. Alright. I think I may have the dates wrong, but it's like from the 21st to the 27th or something like that. Alright, so basically they're going to have events every single day of the week or something like that. Definitely going to be Monday through Friday. I tell y'all that much. Definitely Monday through Friday. Now I know that's crazy because I know they typically like to have manhunt. I don't know if they gonna have it because they typically have manhunts on Wednesday, but they not gonna have it on this particular Wednesday or this particular CSA week for this particular spring year, you know. Just because on March 23rd, Wednesday, we have the CSA pageant, man. We have the CSA pageant going down from 7 to 10. That time, that may not be exactly right, but you know, it's around that approximate time. But for sure, it's definitely going down on March 23rd. All right. And for sure, it's going down at the Globe Auditorium. All right, and not only that, you guys, I am the 6th contestant. All right, and yo, I've been practicing. You know what? Fuck this. All right, let me stop doing all this me shit. Well, hold on. Let me put on another song. Hold up. My bad, y'all. All right, now I really fucks with this song though. Hold up. I'm sorry for fucking up midway, but anyway. As a unit, me and my pageant brothers and sisters, all right, and which, by the way, I'm going to shout them out by name, all right. So you have, of course, me, and okay, you got my pageant sisters. You got Kaylin Myers, you have Carissa Huggins, you got Tova, Renee, Dome La Fortune, all right, and you got Raven Jean Joseph, and then as far as the gentlemen, all right, again outside of me, you have Francisco Jean Pierre and you have Elijah Jean as well, alright? We are all, there's 7 of us. We're going to be competing, you know, well, girls are going to be competing against girls, guys going to be competing against guys, 4 girls, 3 guys, alright? And there's going to be listen y'all, there's going to be so many different sections. There's going to be a dance section, there's going to be a skit section, there's going to be an introduction, there's going to be a beachwear, there's going to be a cultural wear, there's going to be a talent wear, there's going to be an evening wear, there's going to be a questions and answers, there's going to be superlatives, and then we find out who actually won. Alright, so this is going to be fucking awesome, fucking spectacular. Y'all definitely have to pull up. Again, this is going down at the Globe Auditorium, March 23rd, 2022, from 7 to 10. I want to see y'all there, alright? Alright. So, and by the way, again, once we come back from spring break, March 21st to March 27th or whatever, CSA is going to be fucking doing their thing when it comes to these events. But you know what? I almost wanted to stop talking and just fucking dance. Big shout out to Shensia. Matter of fact, hold on. Oh. Doom. Jordan. Jenny Records. Shensia. Big shout out to Shensia. But now my fault. Alright. I'm gonna have to cut this shit off. And then I'm gonna have to get into a different kind of bag, y'all. Let me see. What am I going for? What song am I gonna choose? Hold up. Let me. Oh, yep, this one right here. Yep, cut this bitch up. Cut this motherfucker up. Because just like CSA is popping off, we gotta give some big shout outs to the Hispanic, Latinx student union at FSU because yo, guess what they got going on? Listen, CSA got a pageant on the 23rd. Guess what they got going on? LSU, they got going on the 25th. They got a pageant. They got a fucking pageant. That will be going down March 25th on Friday. Let me cut the volume down. Right, a little bit. March 25th on Friday, all right? And I think the time will also be around the same. I don't know for certain, but yes, March 25th, and it will be going down at the Moore Auditorium, not Globe, Moore Auditorium for this one, all right? So, and not only that, yo, listen, man. There's there's not 4 of us. There's actually 6 of us. All right, and my apologies because I did not. You know what? No. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up everybody's name. I'm gonna pull up everybody's name, but because I know everybody's first name, right? But yo, there's 6 of us. All right, there's 2 gals. Everybody's competing against everybody. There's 2 gals. All right, and there's 4 dudes. So this is gonna be lit. I said lit. This is gonna be lit. This is gonna be lit. But hold up. Okay. So let me cut the volume down. All right. So for our first contestant, we have Jonathan Oliva Infante. All right. Big shout outs to Jonathan. He is our first contestant. All right. We have our second contestant. All right. We got Desiree. All right. Oh, and which, by the way, both contestant number 1 and contestant number 2 are, hey, listen, they represent the Mexican American Student Association. So big shout outs to those 2 contestants and big shout outs to the Mexican American Student Association. All right. And then we have for contestant number 3, all right, we have the president of the PRSA. All right, the Puerto Rican Student Association. We have Ismael, all right, Pagan Gonzalez. Big shout outs to him. By the way, that's one of my presidents as well, because you know I'm working. You know, I'm doing my thing for PRSA as well. All right, big shout outs to Ismael. All right, oh, big shout outs to Ismael. My fault. And contestant number 4. Contestant number 4 is so fucking special. That's that boy, Zachariah Trayvon White, a.k.a. Big Daddy Drip in the mix. Contestant number 4 pulling up for a second pageant in this motherfucking semester. Alright. Alright, yo. Alright, but you know what? I ain't gonna speak too much on me because, yo, contestant number 5, we have Alejandro Santiago. Alright, he's our contestant number 5, and I think he is in the Phi Odas fraternity. Alright, just like Isma, he's also in the Phi Odas fraternity as well. Big shout outs to that fraternity. And my fault, let me go back to oh yes, all right. And contestant number 1, Jonathan, he is from the Rho Alpha chapter. The Beta fraternity. So big shout outs to those as well. I said those. Big shout outs to that fraternity as well. And last but not least, we have contestant number 6. We have Christine Gonzalez. All right, she is our 6th and final contestant, and just like those guys and us guys and gals from on CSA side, we gonna put on one hell of a show on Wednesday. You know, hey, we also gonna come back and put on the show on Friday as well. Your boy Big Daddy Drip is gonna double back and make a fucking classic back-to-back bangers in this bitch. All right, but I'm not even done because HLSU still got one more thing that I gotta promote. All right, but let me find something else. Come on. What else am I gonna put on? Hold up. Let me find something. Hold up. Matter of fact, you know what? They taught me this song. Let me cut this up. Yeah. Oh. All right. Now, yo, HLSU, they still got something going on, yo. They got on March 31st, the HLSU 2022 Festivales del Barrio. All right, that's going down at Landis Green at 6 p.m. There's going to be food, there's going to be music, and there's going to be a festival showcase. All right, so yo, y'all also make sure that y'all pull up to that event. Again, it is Festivales del Barrio. All right, March 31st at 6 p.m. at Landis Green. It's going to be food, music, and a festival showcase. All right, now y'all, I'm also going to do my best to I'm going to, after I finish this episode of the Royal High Table, I'm going to make we're going to make our second episode of the News of the People, and I'm going to promote those 3 events. I think I might also, maybe later on in the week, I might also, find some other events. I don't know. I still gotta figure all that shit out. But y'all, y'all are aware of those events. Pull up and show love and show support. All right, but now with that being said, we can actually get back to the regular scheduled programming. My fault, y'all, for getting so hyped with that one. But you know what? Sorry, not sorry. Hold on, 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 hold on. Lo que pasó, pasó entre tú y yo. 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 Okay, let me stop before I fuck around. I mess around, turn this bitch into a concert, bro, and this ain't even my song. All right, but yo. So now that we done got through the announcements, all right. Now we are here with the second half of the Royal High Table, which is the hot topic section. All right, and the first one that I have really is also sort of kind of a shout out. What I have for the headline of this one is a new NBA milestone record holder. All right. And this is coming from ESPN, all right, and even more specifically is coming from an ESPN staff writer, Young Misuk. I may be mispronouncing that, but yeah. Okay. I'm still gonna. I don't want to do it disservice, but I also don't like. I want to give full credit to the person who made it. So again, OHM, and then Young Misuk, like YOUNGMISUK. All right, big shout outs to him. And also, you guys feel free to pull up on ESPN's website and check out this particular article that I'm talking about. Wow, it's crazy because I didn't even put the name of the actual fucking article. I made my own headline and didn't put the name of the article. Isn't that crazy? Let me. That's crazy. Hold on. But the actual headline is. Yo, this shit's taking mad long. You know what? Fuck it. It don't matter. But anyway, just know this, right? In this particular topic, in this particular article, all right, it is discussing how Greg Popovich just he messed around and he got a record. Well, I don't know how many records he has. I don't know if he has one, but he's definitely got one after, he's definitely got one now. And I managed to get a couple quotes from this particular article. So one quote that I had states, Greg Popovich became the all-time winningest head coach in the NBA with 1,336 victories. Popovich surpassed Don Nelson, who previously held the record for the most regular season wins with the San Antonio Spurs, a 104-102 victory over the visiting Utah Jazz on Friday night. And another quote said, "It's just a testament to a whole lot of people." Popovich said, "Something like this does not belong to one individual. Basketball is a team sport. You preach to your players that you have to do it together. And that's certainly been the case in my life with all the wonderful players and coaches, the staff that I've been blessed with, the support of this wonderful city, the fan support no matter what." All right? My apologies. All of us share in this record. It's not mine, it's ours here in the city, right? And Don Nelson, he even got on camera and made a video congratulating Coach Popovich for this particular achievement. Now, granted, I'm not too familiar with Don Nelson, but I'm not like the most well-versed basketball fan or whatever. So, but that is a pretty big fucking deal. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I can recall from the article? Like there was one player on the San Antonio Spurs bench who basically stated that like Popovich is not a celebratory kind of guy, so he even beyond his response his quote was a very humble, a humble response, a humble quote, in response to the achievement. But he carries that same sentiment even again, when the cameras aren't off, because he mentioned that again. He didn't like he didn't necessarily he didn't basically, he didn't want to celebrate it too much, and he didn't like want to, like, I guess, showboat it and really, I guess, like, just go about keep going on and on talking about it. But nonetheless, though, hey, the players and the rest of the squad, they're definitely they're definitely it is an achievement, one hell of an achievement. So they're going to continue to champion, the coach. That hell, that's no easy feat. 1,336 wins. That shit is fucking crazy, bro. But as far as do I have like any thoughts on this one? The only thing, like and I don't mean to get opinionated. It doesn't surprise me that this was Popovich's response, just because, like, I mean, now Popovich gives me like Belichick sort of kind of vibes. So I wouldn't quite necessarily, and just like now, I guess for different reasons, I wouldn't expect Belichick to go about promoting and parading if he like, like parade the fact that he has like the most amount of, like, coaching wins or whatever. And also, and for that same matter, I didn't expect for Popovich to go about parading this one, So yeah, everything just sort of kind of aligned with what I figured would have happened, if Popovich ended up getting this particular record. But nonetheless, hey, listen, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him, even though I don't know the guy. Well, my fault, not guy. I don't know the man. But yeah, big shout outs to him. Big shout outs to him. But although, and my apologies, guys, for not having a whole, like, I spoke a whole lot on everything, but I didn't quite have a whole lot to really say about this one. We do have a second point of interest, and this topic, and I forgot to put the freaking title for this particular, I guess, this piece of news. But I created a headline of my own. I put Houston, I think we still have a problem. Like, Houston, I think we still have a problem. It's again coming from the same source, ESPN. ESPN staff writer. Now the staff writer is different. This one is Sarah Barshop. All right. So again, big shout outs to Sarah Barshop, and big shout outs to ESPN. Y'all, again, go check out ESPN. Like, if y'all want a greater look at the information, because I don't quite have every single detail like listed down, and I guess, one, in my notes, and two, I'm not going to talk about every single detail that was discussed. But yeah, you guys feel free to go check that out. But this was regarding the Deshaun Watson incident. And it's crazy because just the other day on social media, I saw some of the news. I saw a headline of the news, but these are just some of the quotes that I got, right? A grand jury on Friday declined the indict Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson following a police investigation sparked by lawsuits filed by 22 women who have accused him of harassment and sexual assault. Prosecutors from the district attorney's office in Harris County, Texas, presented evidence and testimony to the 12-person grand jury for over 6 hours on Friday related to the 9 of the 10 criminal complaints filed against Watson. The grand jury, which does not require a unanimous vote, rejected all 9 cases. Prosecutors did not present the 10th. Okay. And we have this now, I have a couple more quotes, but this quote is from Deshaun Watson himself. It's definitely a very emotional moment for me. I know we're far from being done done of handling what we need to handle on the legal side, but today is definitely a big day. I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for letting the truth be heard, and I thank everyone that was a part of seeing and hearing both sides. That's what my point and my team wanted to do, is have a fair slate of us telling our side of the story and letting the conclusion come to what happened today. And that's what the grand jury decided on. I'm just going to keep fighting to rebuild my name and rebuild my appearance in the community, and on the legal side, handle what we need to handle, but also ready to get on the field and prep for that. A couple more quotes. All right. Oh shit. Damn, I had three. I got three. My bad, y'all. The announcement on Friday came nearly a year after the first civil lawsuit was filed against Watson. The 22 civil cases accuse him of a range of actions during massage appointments, from touching women with his genitals to forced oral sex. Okay. 8 of the women who sued Watson filed criminal complaints against him with Houston police and had been set to appear before the grand jury. 2 other women who did not sue Watson also filed police complaints. In January 2021, Watson asked the Texans to trade him because he was unhappy. This quote is at the very end of everything. In January 2021, Watson asked the Texans to trade him because he was unhappy about the direction of the franchise. While members of the Texans organization have declined to comment specifically on Watson's legal situation, General Manager Nick Casario said earlier this month that the team is day-to-day in terms of handling Watson's situation. Last week, Coach Lovie Smith said the Texans are hoping for a prompt resolution to Watson's future with the team. Okay. There was a whole lot. And here's the thing. This isn't, even though I have a lot of quotes right here, this isn't even all. This isn't nearly everything. But now we get to the point of what were the thoughts? What were the thoughts? I'm going to go and try to, I guess, take the quotes piece by piece, or whichever ones stood out the most to me. Take them piece by piece. But after I read the article, at the same, I felt the same way that I felt when I saw the thing on social media. And basically on social media, what I saw was basically he wasn't indicted. I'm not gonna say he was set free, but none of the charges stuck. And I didn't know all the finer details. What I knew was that supposedly there was a high number of women that came out and spoke out against him. And my apologies, guys. I'll be entirely truthful with you guys. Again, like I said, I didn't know, until I read this article, I didn't know of the finer details. But when I first heard about it, like you said, a year ago, I was doubtful that this was true, just because, one, I don't know Deshaun Watson. I'm not going to talk as though I know him personally, but from what I saw of him, on, television, just, and I guess, his play, then, hearing, him speak during interviews, and I don't know, just getting somewhat of a feel. It may not be the best. I'm not saying that my interpretation, and the way that I got the interpretation is 100% oh yeah, 100%, foolproof or whatever. No, I'm not saying that, but I know the impression that I got of him, which was he was a stand-up dude, stand-up gentleman. And then I see, and then he gets hit with all. I didn't believe it. Okay, for the sake of not one, because sometimes things go either way. So for the sake of anything happening, I didn't write off any side. But if I had to have chose, if they were like Zach pick a side immediately, I didn't think Deshaun did that. I don't think Deshaun did that shit. I don't think so. And I think even beyond, I guess Deshaun Watson. It just seems as though it's just the norm nowadays. That's what it really seems as though. It seems as though like it's the norm for like anybody, whether sports athlete, musician, whatever, one it's like the norm to for somebody to fuck around and get accused of doing something they're not supposed to be doing with a woman. And then not only that, it's seeming like it's becoming the norm that now you didn't just like now, oh no, there's a large number of people you supposedly did it to. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And then just looking back, and not only that, I'm just just things may not be always as they appear. I'm not trying to write off anybody. Things may not always be as they appear, but there was a 12-person grand jury. There were 10 cases, 10 complaints, whatever, that were brought up or that were filed against Watson. And the jury decided against 9 of them. The jury thought that there wasn't enough evidence to suggest that, or to solidify that Watson was guilty on 9 separate occasions. And the prosecutors didn't even present the last one. This is it. Not even that is sometimes it would be hard proving that sort of thing, I guess, in either direction. But with those numbers, they said 22 women came out and spoke up against him, and no charge and no criminal charges stuck. Now I don't know. I think it seems like, of course, that there's like some other thing for him to worry about. There's still like other shit, but nothing stuck as far as criminals regard. And I'll say this: this is really going to look. I tell you, this is really going to look bad on behalf of like like those women. If they don't catch him even at the civil level, if they don't get him at the civil level, this is wow. That man, just for the sake of not being biased, man, shit. People, y'all, for whoever, everybody just do the right thing. Everybody just do the right thing. Don't do no stupid shit to land you. Just wow. I don't know. Because I didn't think he was guilty to begin with. And it's like, the main thing that I thought about was like, I guess the thing, because like I looked at the comments from the social media posts, and they said, okay, well, how is Deshaun Watson supposed to get reimbursed for the time that he lost out? Because he lost out on the season. 2, he lost out on a fuck ton of endorsements because they said, oh, well, you're going through this shit, so cut off the endorsement deals or whatever. So it's like, and then an idea that was proposed within the comment section was that, especially if nothing happens, if Watson is guilty, well, not guilty, if he's found innocent of everything, what price is to be paid of the accusers? Because that's a whole number of people coming up. That's a whole number of people, a big number of people coming up, and nothing stuck. So I don't, but this is, and I don't know, guys. This is society's problem. There was once a time where all these, a number, I'm sure, a number of sexual assault, a number of rape instances, a number of sexual harassments, they went down, and a lot of it flew under the radar. Um, and it seemed like society moved in a good direction to combat that, but now there obviously, I may be speaking to the choir, but preaching to the choir, but now there's the concern of, well, damn, false allegations. That's pretty fucking big, and that cost this dude big time. It cost him big time. And I tell you this, now, granted, he's already rich, and he's going to become even richer, especially, again, like I said, especially if he gets off free of everything. I don't know, probably even if he doesn't, he's still going to be able to make money. But had this have been an ordinary man, not making, not in the limelight, not an NFL player, whatever, they'd have been fucked. He's talking about building, one that's tough in itself, for Deshaun Watson. Now he's got to build back that reputation because so many people. It's just so tricky. The repercussions of these false allegations is so great. Just as the effects of when these things actually go down is so great and profound as well. It's just, I don't know. I just hope that we as a society, we could come and I guess find that happy medium to really balance between those two negative outcomes, those two negative occurrences. Because again, we don't want anybody of any gender, any race or whatever, just suffering from, again, sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape, and also at the same time, we don't want anybody, because once you get hit with an allegation or an accusation, like, that shit fucks everything up. Pause. Regardless of what happens, the moment that somebody comes forth and says it, that fucks everything up. Regardless of it, like, I've seen instances of, regardless of if it even gets taken to the police, it doesn't even have to go to the police. It doesn't even have to go before the judge or whatever. It still can fuck you up. So we gotta do that. That's the one thing that I'll say. All right, because I'm not trying. I'm not about to go and speak down and vilify any of the 22 women that came up or that spoke out. But we do, as a society, have to find a way to balance between those two negative extremes. Otherwise, somebody's always gonna get fucked over. All right, and there's always gonna be issues. It really, nothing's gonna get done because all you did was, it's like a scale. People are complaining that all the weight fell on one side. And now that it's lifted, it's good that it's lifted, but just because the weight falls on the other side, that don't necessarily make that a good thing, So that's something that we're gonna have to work on. But That's all that I have to say about that particular topic. And yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's all for this particular episode. That's all for this episode of the Royal High Table, man. Now hold up, let me go ahead and cue the music. What song am I gonna play? What song am I gonna play? Hold up. Yeah, I haven't heard this in a while. Oh, yo. Hold on, I'm gonna let this play. You know what? I should have my music up at all times. You know what? It's cool. We'll let it rock with this. But anyway, y'all, that is going to conclude this episode. Alright? And you know what? I guess what better way to end this shit out than with some Post Malone, Motley Crue. Big shout outs to motherfucking Post Malone, man. Alright? Now, yo, again, that is what episode number 32 down in the books. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get this out to Anchor. I'm going to get this out to whichever other podcasting sources that I get it out to. I'm also going to upload the segments and the whole thing out to YouTube. Let's see, what else? So y'all definitely obviously check out the videos. Y'all also make sure that you check out check out the GTA San Andreas series, because that's also pretty fucking lit. Alright, we've been putting in some pain when it comes to that. Now granted, when it comes to video games, like the actual console content, that might get put off on halt until I'm able to, like, you know, get enough money to actually get another TV bro, listen, I'm really trying to upgrade or whatever. So yeah, whenever I'm able to really like rebuild, cause now like I feel like I'm in war mode, you know, like not necessarily in the sense that like well, I mean, I don't know, I'm in like competition mode, and yeah, so definitely money was spent. That's all I gotta say. But no. But whenever I do, I'm gonna try to get my hands as soon as possible on the TVs, on TVs multiple, so that I'm able to put in some work and do a little bit of something. But outside of that, man, I mean, shit, we still gonna keep doing our thing. We still gonna keep doing us. But like I said, that is going to conclude it. Also, yo, I said check out GTA San Andreas, that playlist, those videos. Also, make sure that you check out Madden 15, because we fucking that up too. We doing our thing in that too. So y'all check that shit out as well. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get in another episode of the Royal High Table, and I'm also going to try to do the second episode of the News of the People. Alright, so y'all stay tuned for that, man. Alright, but hey, thank you guys so much for being here with me, for being troopers, always showing love, support, all that other sort of jazz. If y'all enjoyed, y'all leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Alright, you know, and most importantly, y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned, y'all stay tapped in, and y'all stay locked in, because the juice never stops dripping. Alright? Alright. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and be easy.